Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a frigid northern Ohio evening. Well, today's a big day because we have our new 36-inch omnivore Blackstone that we got on a Black Friday deal. We're very excited about it. Came with these bars on the shelves and they were offering a free bar kit which came with like spice accessories, water bottle and oil accessory holders. Got this little phone holder thing right here and a Blackstone Bluetooth speaker which will be great out here. So we're pretty excited. Now I have an actual paper towel holder that I can leave on here even when I'm not using it. So that's really cool. And then these shelves, they'll lift up and flip down. I'm not going to do it because it'll just look bad on camera because I only got one hand right now. But the shelves fold down. Got an electric igniter. Another cool feature, you got this slide out prep table drawer. So you get a whole bunch of room for activities. And speaking of room for activities, we seasoned her earlier, so she's all ready to go. I'll put a link in the description for a video from the Blackstone YouTube channel. Blackstone Betty has a really good video on how to season it. We've done our last two griddles that way and it works out great. Another feature I'm pretty excited about, got all this storage rack. I'm not going to use it when we're cooking, but we have a bunch of containers that we keep our utensils and stuff in. And they're going to stack up really nicely under there to keep them out of the way. Did a little rearranging of the garage. And she's gonna sleep there now. We named her Big Bertha because she is big. And got two caster wheels that lock, and then just two regular wheels. So we're really looking forward to cooking on the new griddle. We're gonna try to come up with some new recipes that we haven't done yet, but the thing we're most looking forward to is now when we're cooking on this thing, we don't have to keep taking stuff off, taking it in the house, keeping it warm, bringing it back because there's not enough room. When we first got our 22-inch, which I gotta tell you, we use this thing probably 4 to 6 to 7 times a week since April, and it is held up. It's taken apart now. This weekend I'm gonna take it to my mom's house and they're gonna be the new owners. But this thing has been a beast and we love it, obviously, because now we've upgraded. So really excited, and we'll be making a lot more content. And then the next big surprise, we have one more Blackstone that'll be arriving soon, but I'm not going to say anything just yet, so you'll have to stay tuned. Hopefully you enjoy this content, and if you do, please feel free to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. That really helps out our channel. As I'm recording this today, we are up to 161 subscribers, which absolutely blows me away. I'm very excited. The Jeep content is not gone. We don't off-road in the winter. Not something that appeals to me. But we do have a few new upgrades coming for Medusa. Actually, they're already here. So there'll be a video if it warms up a little bit, hopefully the next weekend or so. We have a couple easy add-on convenience things, but we'll be making a video with that. And as far as the Jeep fleet goes, Natasha, she's hanging out, sucking on that beautiful electricity off of her new NoCo, keeping her topped off. I'm not going to drive her in the winter anymore. It may not have snowed a lot here, but in the last week or so, Conneaut, where our awesome beloved SFJ 4x4 and all of their great crew live in the surrounding area, they've gotten 3-4 feet, if not more, of snow. So we're blessed to have 0 inches of snow so far. As far as Medusa goes, she's still running. We drove her around a lot today doing errands and stuff. So since we got her that new battery, she's been running great. And then we got Phoebe, our little workhorse, our little round towner. So one of them takes turns on this side of the garage in this bay. Whichever one's not getting driven, which once the weather really gets bad, it's going to be Phoebe. We get her fluid filmed and paint seal it twice a year to where it keeps her really nice. So as far as Jeep updates go, that's pretty much about it. So stay tuned. We're gonna get cooking here in a little bit. We're gonna make some chicken Phillies for dinner because to get warm. What you doing?
I am mayonnaising the insides of our hoagie rolls for our chicken Phillies tonight.
So why are you doing it that way?
Probably try something different this day.
Well, what do we usually do, and why are you changing it?
We put mayonnaise on it afterwards, and it's just a big old lump on the top because we don't have the squeezy kind. We have, you know, scoopy. So we're gonna try something
We have
different.
the scoopy, not the squeezy. So if you want it different, get the squeezy, not the scoopy. So what is our end goal? We're gonna do what? We're gonna toast these and let it kind of melt into the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of steam them.
Ooh.
And see if we can steam them, and then toast the outsides, and then we'll put everything all together with the chicken and the veggies and everything.
Well, that sounds magical. So we're gonna take a peek over here at some ingredients. We got some cut up bell pepper. Looks like we're rolling with some orange and reds today. Some chopped up, chicken boobs, boneless. And then these are some of the leftover onions from when we seasoned the grill. And if you watch the video that I am gonna put in the description, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So what do you got there?
This is the cheesesteak seasoning from Blackstone.
Okay.
Look how empty it is. This is the only seasoning I never thought I would have used this much of. Out of all of my seasonings that I have from Blackstone, that is not the one I thought I would be out of first.
Well, why do you think you're out of it first?
Because we really like cheesesteaks.
Yay.
Chicken and beef, they're so good. I don't know, I don't have a favorite.
So you put it on the chicken and the steak regardless, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and it makes it taste amazing.
And then I put a little sprinkling on the top when I come in and put it together.
How's that go again? I want to make sure we get the right
Sprinkling on
form.
the top.
Okay, cool. What do you think, Ace? He's like, I don't know why I'm not eating any of this yet. Go.
I don't have anything.
You have nothing? Glad to be back in Ohio.
No, it's cold.
Oh, but is it warm in the house?
Yes.
Okay. It's all right. Looks like you have your warming device right there.
It is. It's warming.
Okay. So you just suck it up and do it, right?
Yep.
All right. Because that's how we roll. All right, we're gonna start with some peppers first.
Because the onions are already cooked. Oh, the large surface.
So we have the two left burners on a medium-high heat, and then I put the bottom, or the other two on low, just because it's so cold out, that way we at least got some kind of heat on them. Gonna add a little bit of the chicken Philly seasoning.
Cheesesteak.
I'm sorry, the cheesesteak seasoning.
Oh, it smells so good.
So now we're getting adventurous with some of our attachments on that kit I was telling you for the bar system. Got a little cup holder there. And we got our oil and water holder. And then there's a spot over here too. If you wanted to, there's more attachments, but we'll do those in a separate video as we use them. I'm not going to just get them out to clip them on just to show. But they're pretty cool. Very convenient. Time to chop, baby. Now we're going to introduce some of our previously cooked onions that we used as part of the seasoning process. There's nothing wrong with the onions, so we gave some to our son and our daughter-in-law for meals that they're going to make. And then that's what we still have left. We used about 1.5 bags onions. And then we got our buns starting to toast lightly, so it'll be delicious when the time comes. Add just a little bit more of the seasoning. And the smell is just amazing, and I cannot wait. All right, now we are ready to start divvying everything up to where we can get them ready to get put on buns. This will be Erin's first time doing the buns, so she's pretty excited to try it. Took me a little while to figure it out, but she's a lot smarter than me, so I don't think she's gonna have a problem with it. try to guess at approximate size of the bun. And so we've got everything turned down to low now, that way we don't overdo anything. And then we got to put the cheese on next, and we've been lightly toasting over here, so it's all a timing thing, but do it a couple times, it's not so bad. We're getting pretty seasoned at it. So we got a little bit of thin sliced provolone cheese, and we probably have too much for the bun size, but that's okay. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Put that on there. We're gonna squirt a little water around it. Gotta get some steam action going. Close that big old lid. Works just like a dome. Oh, they are looking good. After that steaming. Woohoo! Nice and melted. It's a good thing about having this big hood, you don't need to have one of those domes.
Going in.
Don't be scared.
Okay, I'm trying.
Don't be scared. All right, put your hand on top. Slide that sucker like it owes you money. Hold on to it. Flip it. There you go. Don't worry about if it doesn't all get on there. Just set it down on the board. And then scrape up the other stuff and just set it on top. That's all there is to it. Very good, dear.
Thank you.
There you go. Beautiful. Good job.
Look at that cheese.
Looking good. There you go. Flavortown, USA. So I've had some requests for what process I use to clean, so I'll show you. I'm not saying that this is the only way to do it. This is just how I do it. So first thing I do after we get done cooking, no matter who cooks, I try to do this because it's the dirty work. I turn all the burners on high, give it a minute or two. You want it to get real hot. And you just start scraping. Now all I'm trying to do on that initial scrape is get the residual oil, because oil and water, you know, they tend not to mix. I try to get the majority of that off and then any big chunks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to steam, because steaming helps lift all of the stuck on stuff. Yes, that's a technical Blackstone term if you were wondering. Anyway, really not. I'm just going to get my water bottle. I'm going to apply a lot of water. I'm going to let it steam, and then I'm going to scrape. Now, I don't want to scrape it right away, because if I do, all that water is going to go into the grease trap and overflow it. So I'm going to let the water steam up. I'm going to move it around. I'm going to watch the particles lift, and then I will scrape it into the grease trap. You can see how brown that is. When that's white, that means it's not as dirty. That's when you're good. But for now, we're just going to scrape. And it's so hot, a lot of it's burning off. So, but it's making a lot of this harder scrape stuff easier to scrape now because the steam has lifted it. So we're just going to repeat that process until those bubbles are not like a greasy brown. They're going to be like a clear white. It's already looking better just after one, but this sucker's really hot, so it's cooking off that water fast. So I got to move. See, I'm going to scrape it, but not all the way to the end. I'm going to go to about the middle. Keep bringing it back and forth and try to burn it off so I don't overflow that grease trap. Now you're not looking for like surgical room cleanliness here. You're just looking to get it, you know, to where, like I said, those bubbles are white, and you're okay with how, you know, everybody's gonna have their preference on what they consider to be clean enough. So this is pretty close. So I'm gonna do it one more time. We'll see. But since this is the first time we've cooked on it, I don't want to scrape it too much. I mean, the majority of the visible funk is gone now. I'm just going to turn the gas off. And then I always like to leave the burners on, turn off the gas, that way all the gas gets out of the gas line. And then I'm going to spray it on there one more time, and I'm going to wipe it with a paper towel. And I understand everybody's going to do it different. I'm not a professional. I did not sleep at a Holiday Inn Express, but this is how I do it. I've been doing it this way since we got our first Blackstone 8 months ago, and I've never had to recondition, re-season, or anything to my surface. So in my opinion, it's a proven method for me, so that's how I do it. So now I'm just going around, I got it wet. I got a clean paper towel. I use these blue shop towels because they don't lint like normal paper towels. And I'm just gonna go around and I'm just gonna wipe it down. If it's too wet, I'll just get another paper towel. I love, this is my favorite part of the new Griddle, is that paper towel holder. It's amazing. But I'm just gonna go around until I get all the water. And I'm satisfied with that level of dryness. So now I'm gonna get out my avocado oil that we use to cook with, and I'm gonna put a thin layer. Some people use tongs, some people use their hands. I tend to just use this scraper. So all you're gonna do now, you're just gonna move this oil around. And if you have dry spots, add more oil. When I first got a Blackstone, I was so paranoid because I made the mistake of reading people online. Biggest mistake. That's like going online to diagnose if you don't feel good. Yeah, not a good idea. So I just said, you know what? This can't be that hard.
That's what she said.
And it's not. It's simple. Get some oil, spread it around. If you have a dry spot, put some oil on it, and then rub it in. And then when you're all done, if you have too much oil in the spot, you take a dry paper towel and you absorb it. It's seriously that easy. And then I always like to go around the edges because it's all the rolled steel. And you want to keep, you want to keep it all oiled. And that's it. You got a nice thin layer. I don't see any puddling. And then after I eat, there's a spot right here. I wish I would have cleaned a little bit better, but I'm not too worried about it. It'll be fine. I'll just clean it better on the next one. But after I eat dinner, I'm going to come back out and I'll show you what I do to clean the outside of it. And I do it every time. That's why the griddle that I've been using since April, almost every single day, still looks almost brand new. And it's all easy. So stay tuned. All right, so we got our chicken Phillies. And they look awesome. I'm gonna put a little bit more mayonnaise, just for flavor. And I'm not gonna show us eating them because I don't like watching people eat, and I highly doubt that you do. But we're very excited about these. So now you know how to make chicken Phillies the way that we make them. And I promise if you do it that way, you will not be disappointed. We just finished up an amazing dinner. Those sandwiches are so good. I really hope you make them. They're so easy to do, but they're so delicious. So now what I'm gonna do, all these horizontal surfaces, I'm just gonna take this sponge with soapy water and I'm just gonna wipe all this down. And then I'm gonna dry it off with some of these blue paper towels. Now I got my blue paper towel. Just gonna give it a quick wipe. When it's cold out here, this stuff does not like to participate. So I might have to go in and get some water, wipe this down. I'm gonna try this damp paper towel from inside because the dry towel just seemed to be pushing the soap around, so see if this does any better. Just do this every time, and you know, it'll look good for a long time. That's pretty much it for cleaning the outside of the griddle. Again, you're just like if you were cooking on a stove and you got splatter, you're just gonna go clean it with a soapy sponge. So now I have it. I put my paper towel roll holder back in, lowered that shelf, and we got it to fit in there really nice. So I know this was kind of a little bit all over the place, but if you've been on this channel long enough, that's pretty much how I am, all over the place. If this is your first time on the channel, we like Jeeps, we like off-roading, dogs, and cooking. So people, we could take them or leave them, but we try to have fun along the way. Until the next time, take care, and we'll see you again soon.